So what are some of the big things you've learned from comedian like Kevin Hart, for instance, or a Patrice O'Neal? Like, what are some things, big takeaways you've learned from being around these kind of people?
Patrice O'Neal, man, the best advice he ever gave me is have an opinion, but don't let the opinion have you. So that basically means that you can say something, but don't be so arrogant to not be open to what someone else says because they could teach you something and give you a whole nother perspective that you never even thought of. So have an opinion, but don't let your opinion have you.
What about Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart. One thing that I learned about from him, and I think that everybody can take away because he's one of the most hardest working comedians ever in the world, and that's just be consistent. Be consistent, man, and be resilient, and wake up early. I'll just say just be consistent and work hard. Yeah, his ethic is unmatched.
What about Lil Duval?
Lil Duval taught me how to be Jack Thriller, and just basically not to believe everything I hear, and to always be accountable. He also helped me learn how to work the internet to get the edge on that. He's a genius when it comes to social media. Yes.
Yeah, and the music now. The music
unbelievable, right?
Popped all the way off.
But we've been doing music for over 20 years, man. And then he found one and he changed history.
Yeah.
He's part of Black History Month now. He was they talked about him on Jeopardy. Come on.
Really?
Yes, he was a Jeopardy question.
What is that like to be seeing these cats you came up with? Because you guys were in the trenches together. Like y'all came up together. So what is it like now? Like
it's inspirational. Once again, it is to let you know your time is coming. You show me who your friends are, and I show you what your future is. You've heard that before?
I have.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things, man. Stop hanging around janky motherfuckers, man, and get around people that are doing things and really maximizing off life and understand that you only live once. And so you better go ahead and every day live it to the fullest and do what you really want to do. Don't waste your time. Time is the only thing you can't get back.
And one of my favorite quotes from our first interview was you had said, "I believed in myself before anyone else did."
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I feel like in comedy it can be such like a lonely, gradual process.
Yes.
So like how did you in those hard times early in the grind, like how did you overcome that self-doubt? How did you break through and just keep going?
Just didn't want to. I didn't want to be that comedian or that just a person in life where people just felt sorry for and whatnot. I wanted to be a winner and I wanted to win by all costs and whatnot. So I just made up in my mind that I was gonna work hard and I wasn't gonna look like no sucker, no bum and whatnot, and I'm get down on it. So I just made a choice to win. I made a choice to be happy by any means necessary.
This is like a mindset.
Yeah, it's an all mindset.
It's all mindset.
It's all mindset. It's the art of war is mental.
Ooh. Can you expand on that?
Like I said, you have to. You can will yourself into a great situation, but you have to always be able to see yourself inside those successful situations and whatnot, and then you have to start envisioning on how to get there. And you can't allow yourself to be distracted. Distractions can come in all different types of forms: friends, vices, situations, backup plans. You have to stay on the path. Remember what you came here for. And follow through. Don't take the easy way out. Follow through. Don't look left. Don't look right. And damn sure don't look back. Only way out is through. Yeah. And it's all mental.
You even said like visualize. You like picture success
Envision
and things.
yourself. And then like for instance, I wrote down a set of goals last year, and one of the goals was I was going to be on a major tour, and I was going to get a Netflix deal. And I was going to get a record deal. I have friends I could call up to you right now and they'll tell you that I said that's what I was gonna do, and I did it. Like I got friends that I could call right now, and I told them that I was gonna come up to New York and I was gonna meet 50 Cent, and I did it. I got friends right now that I told I was gonna be on Wildin' Out, and no manager, no agent, and I did it. I did it, man. So you got to see yourself inside that situation, man. Because nothing. Only thing, the difference between you and somebody else is that they deserve to be ahead of you because they actually tried, and you was thinking too much, waiting on the right time. But man, sometimes waiting on the right time, well, you'll be dead for whatever the right time is. You feel me?
Yeah, even setting the intention I have found to be super. Like last year was the first time I set like actual measurable goals, and like one of them was I want to record a comedy album this year. It just happened that one of the fans of my podcast had a production company and was like, hey, we can make this a comedy special instead of just an album. But setting the intention to create an album kind of put the whole thing in motion to now become the Trophy Husband. But if I didn't first set that goal, it would have never happened.
Nah, it wouldn't have happened, man.
Yeah, but as comedians, we can get lost in just, well, it is what it is. But I feel like now it's time and the opportunity is bigger than ever for us to create our own success.
That's absolutely correct.
And do you have any tips for comics who are out there on the hustle and are just like, well, how can I start to get my own thing going, you know?
Go get your own thing going, come up with an idea, and once again, be consistent. It's so many different ways to get yourself out there. You know, these things that are available to you that, you know, Bruce didn't have, like social media.
Right,
These guys don't have, like a lot of older comedians don't have like big ass followings. They had to go out there and make it happen. So, but we have access to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all these, the TikTok, all these different ways to promote yourself. If you don't make it today, you ain't supposed to make it. So just put yourself out there and make it happen. Do the work. You gotta do the work. I remember when I was in acting classes with Robert Townsend, he said, honey bun, there are no shortcuts. You gotta do the work.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about 50 Cent? What have you learned from working with him?
He said, don't ever do business with somebody that don't respect you. Don't ever do business with somebody that don't respect you. What's some other thing? He talked about he was just talking about the other day when he found out that I was on the tour. Martin is his favorite comedian, and he was just like, "Hey man, you got to get ready to. It ain't nothing wrong with you changing because people around you are going to change and." You know, feel like that was part of your success, and they actually had nothing to do with it because with success breeds envy, entitlement, and jealousy. Envy, jealousy, entitlement. It's another word I'm looking for. It's three: envy, and entitlement is one more.
Envy and jealousy, I guess, are the same thing. Envy, entitlement. I don't know. I'm not 50 Cent. Should we text him?
You get it.
Of course. Yeah. People will change up on you.
Yeah, people will definitely change up.
When you get successful, people start to switch up. But like you said, it's people you surround yourself with. So you being in the same room as Martin Lawrence is kind of like, oh, I'm in the right place.
Man, my DM's filled with bitches that didn't want to fuck me.
Word.
And changes. Hey, Jack, how you doing, big ass? What's going on? I got long lost cousins and shit, and from 20 years ago, wanting to be cousins again. Like, hold on, no, we grown now. We don't have to be cousins no more.
Right.
I release you.
Everybody thinks you're like co-star, and you guys are like you're this multi-millionaire all of a sudden. They're like, yo, let me hold something, Jack. Let me hold something.
Exactly. Like I just started in Bad Boys 4.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Not yet.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah, man. So maybe landing this plane here. Do you have any other advice for comics or any other lessons you've learned that you can kind of impart onto us young, ambitious souls?